welcome back. Today I'm going to be harvesting my popcorn. This is my first year growing it, but I'm so excited to try and see if I can get it to pop. The first thing I'm going to do is pull all of these stalks down, and then I'm going to prep the cobs for curing. Whenever you are harvesting your popcorn, you want to make sure that the stalks are completely dry before you harvest them. When I harvested the corn, I also saved the stalks. You can choose to either compost the stalks, or you can do something similar to me and use it as a decoration before you compost it. Here are all of the cobs from my harvest. I don't have a ton of them. Typically you'll have 2 cobs of corn per stalk. I only had 1 cob of corn on some of my stalks. So once you harvest them, what you do is you pull back the husk, as you see here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tie a bunch of the husks together, and I'm gonna store these in a warm, dry location for another couple of weeks. The key to having popcorn that successfully pops is the moisture content. You want your popcorn's moisture to be anywhere between 13 and 14%. The purpose of curing is to allow the corn a longer time to dry out. What I love about tying these husks together is that I have a free fall decoration that is zero waste. So once we're done harvesting the kernels of corn, we can just go ahead and compost the cobs. Okay, so now it's time for the moment of truth. Will my popcorn pop? So if my popcorn doesn't pop, that either means there's too much moisture or there's not enough moisture. So what I'll probably do is experiment with adding some water to the kernels, and then also at the same time let some others dry out and see which solves the issue. For the popping, I'm going to use coconut oil. In the past, I've used olive oil, but coconut oil has a higher smoking point than olive oil does, especially if it's extra virgin olive oil. So I'm going to try it using this. I'm not sure if this is going to work against me, and due to the fact that this will be my first time popping popcorn with coconut oil, but I'm going to try it and we'll see what happens. So while that's heating up, I want to talk about the actual shelling of the kernels of corn. This can be really tough on your thumbs. So what I did is I looked up on YouTube how other people were doing it. I saw some people taking other cobs and rubbing it against it to shell this off. I also saw people who built tools that they were able to use a drill and shell the corn, but ooh, I just heard a kernel pop. Yeah, exciting. Oh, another. Okay, don't get too distracted. Anyways, so I saw people making tools for this, but then I watched some YouTube videos on people using antique shellers to shell their corn, and I think that this is something that I will invest in the future if I choose to do popcorn again in the future. Oh my gosh, do you hear it popping? Pop. Oh my gosh, the glorious sound of popping popcorn. Enjoy. The popcorn is done popping. So just because it popped doesn't mean that it tastes good. So this is the real test. And if only you guys could smell how this popcorn smells right now. It smells so good. But I'm really excited to try it. Tastes pretty good. I would say it's slightly chewy. Not too chewy though. I don't know what that means for the moisture content. I'll have to do research on that. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I definitely would eat that. And I have a whole pan full. So I have plenty that I can eat for a snack right now. Here's a close-up shot of the popcorn. It looks like it is pretty well popped all the way through. There's not big pieces of kernels or anything. So I think that I would call this venture a success. Just gotta add a little bit of salt, and now I have a snack for when I'm editing this video. Well, I would call this a success. I'm really excited that growing my own popcorn worked. This is one of my favorite snacks. It's one of Alex's mom's favorite snacks and my mom's favorite snacks. So it would be really cool if I could provide everyone with their own popcorn. But this whole process has got me thinking about growing feed corn for our chickens. When I was watching some YouTube videos of people using these antique shellers, it seemed like a pretty quick and easy process, and these people were growing feed for their chickens. So I think that in the future I can see us doing that, expanding a little bit more on the corn aspect, not only growing popcorn but also growing some feed corn. But yeah, so I'm excited, and I'm excited to dig into this little snack here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the thumbs up. I really appreciate you watching. If you want to see more daily updates, definitely follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And we have a lot coming up on the house stuff, but we wanted to throw some gardening stuff in here as well. So have a good day, and I'll see you next time.